welcome to Supernatural Mini 6. I am your host, Evil Dungeon Master. Sitting alongside me is a group of people who'll be playing characters in the Supernatural universe, and we'll get to know them as we play the game. But for now, the four of you have been invited to maybe this place in upstate New York. I'm going to say the game takes place in New York, and I haven't really decided at the moment, and I forgot to ask you guys. Did you guys want the time frame of this game to be current modern or like 90s, maybe even 80s? And this gives you a chance, guys, to chime in and determine.
I wouldn't mind the 90s. That was an exciting time.
All right.
Sure, 90s is fine with
90s.
90s is cool.
Right.
That works for me too.
All right, so now that we know it's the 90s, the birth of the internet is just around the corner as far as being popular. Right now, there's dial-up and things like that and limited DSL. Cell phones really didn't have much capability other than just texting and calls. There was no real smartphones just yet. Pictures were kind of being taken, but the cameras weren't that great on these phones. So there'll be no World Star or anything like that going. But you were invited up to a house in upstate New York. You each got a letter from a person named Elias Thorne. And he said he's been keeping an eye on you, and he's noticed that. And he describes some situations that you've all been through in your life and hunting supernatural. And he said he wants to help. You guys are curious about it, so you return the correspondence and tell him you'll meet him there. When you meet him in the cabin, or I should say his house, pretty much, he introduces himself. He looks like, kind of looks like this. He's gruff. Okay, it's not going to process. There we go. He's got a flannel shirt. You know, he's kind of older. He's limping. He's got a big gray beard and a hat.
He's a supermodel.
He's not a supermodel.
What's his name again?
His name is Elias.
Oh, Elias.
Yeah. He looks like he's in his, like, mid-50s. Maybe late. He says, I'm not a supermodel to you, Jeff.
Okay, Elias. Fourth wall break there.
Yeah. He says, please have a seat. I know you guys have traveled up here, and it was mysterious and everything like that, but I wanted to get you all in one place because the way you all have hunted, I think you as a team together would work really good. I think watching each other's backs and fighting the supernatural forces out there, I believe that you guys would be a great team together. Now, I have a case for you guys to go on. I want you to look into for me. I can no longer hunt. I'm retired myself, but I can give you valuable information along the way. I want to mentor you guys into being the next generation of hunters. There's a lot of us out there. As you know, there's a lot of supernatural things out there, as you've seen. And he points to each of you and describes a situation of you seeing something, maybe like, Jeff, your character saw like, I don't know, like a werewolf or something one time and didn't believe it. You wanted more proof on it, but things like that. He says, I want you to travel, where's my notes here, to Pine Hollow, which is only a couple hours drive to the north. And I want you to go see my buddy, Buster. He's another hunter who lives in that town. There's been some mysterious disappearances in that town. And while he normally would take care of it, he's also up in age like I am. So I'd like you guys to go meet up with him and he'll describe the situation to you if you'd be willing to go.
I am always ready to fight the supernatural. It is my calling from God.
Excellent, Pastor.
Pastor Luke.
Pastor Luke. A little old, so, you know, sometimes I forget names. So does the GM. Well, I guess everybody
I
knows.
just cautiously look around at the group of people I'm in, but I nod and say, okay.
All right. And he
I
looks...
do request.
Oh, yes,
I
yes.
do request that before we embark on this journey that we all bow our heads in prayer.
All right. He takes off his hat and he bows his head. Does anybody else bow head, or you don't have to? I mean, obviously your character.
Yep.
If you don't, then just say, I don't bow my head.
I just
I'll bow my head.
I'll bow my head too.
Say, dear God, bless this endeavor. Keep us all safe from the clutches of evil. Make sure that our hunt is fruitful so that the devil and his spawn always knows that his enemy is out there ready to pounce and ready to drive him into the light. Amen.
Amen. Everybody says amens. And Jeff, did you participate?
Sure.
Okay. And he gives you the address of him in Pine Hollow. He says, I'll let him know that you're on the way if you're ready to go. If you need anything, you know, now is your time.
Now, many of us have brought our own gear, but do you have any anything extra that you could provide that would help us.
Well,
on the
everything that
hunt.
you probably would need, Buster can give to you while you're in the location.
Very well.
Does anybody
What
have
about a common mode of transportation?
I would assume somebody has a car. You all drove there, or I don't think you all just walked there.
Well, yes. Well, Uber doesn't exist yet. I
Taxi.
took a cab.
Taxi cabs, yes, they
There you go.
exist.
That's going to be a hell of a bill that you just got there.
I hitchhiked.
All right,
I
so you
take
guys
it
have
out.
no car.
I take it out of church
I-
fund.
I brought my truck.
So what do you have?
I would,
A quad cab
Okay.
Dodge. I could take everybody.
The only vehicle I actually have is the youth pasture van that I drive the kids around with.
It's
but
the
I don't
white.
think that'd
It's
be
the white van with the
appropriate.
curtains on.
Yeah, it just says youth van on the side.
It just says. It probably just says your church name and it just says youth
There you go.
or something. like
First,
that.
First Unitarian Church of New York.
There you go. All right. So Jules' character says she has a truck that you all can jump into and drive there.
Oh, very well.
So
All right.
you heading there then?
I guess so.
Sounds good.
All right.
Yep.
Can I have a word with you just a minute as everybody else leaves? Is that okay?
Talking to Elias.
Yes.
Yes, miss.
I pull a journal out of my backpack
Mm-hmm.
and hand it to him. I've pretty much been doing this on my own. So I've written down encounters that I've had. I don't know what any of these things are, these creatures are.
Mm-hmm.
While we're up handling this, do you think maybe you can rifle through this and see if you can decipher any of them?
He takes a look at it and he's like, I can see what I can do here. There's a lot of notes. Wow. This might take a little while, but I think I have an idea what's going on. Very
Okay.
well detailed. I see you drew some pictures here as well.
As best I could. I'm not an artist.
No, that's fine. Anything will help. And he takes the journal and he says, he bids you farewell as you head off.
Okay.
As we're driving,
Okay.
I look around at everyone. I said, since we have a little bit of time, I think you should. I think it would improve our chances if we get to know each other a little bit. Tell us how you got into the hunt.
Just to let you know, the drive will take about 2.5 hours, and by the time you get there, it'll be just around 6 p.m., 6:30ish, and it'll be starting to get dark soon.
So that will give us plenty of time to converse.
Yes, it will.
There we go. So, as some of you may not know, my name is Pastor Luke. I am a Unitarian minister, and the day I entered the hunt was the day I decided to witness an exorcism. I arrived on scene thinking that I would just see a person in mental distress. I did not believe in such things until that moment. But when I saw it for myself, and I saw a manifestation of a demonic force, I had no choice but to accept that man is not alone in this world. That there are unseen forces that are plotting our doom. So from there, I received training as an exorcist. So if we do run across such possession, I am well trained in the art of dealing with it.
And there's crickets in the truck.
Oh,
And I look around.
that's an interesting story. Yeah, I'm Detective Knight. I've spent most of my adult life in the New York Police Department. I finally made detective, and I was on this case. It was a really strange case. We couldn't find the victim. We just saw pools of blood and a howling in the distance. When I looked over, I saw this tall wolf creature. It didn't seem natural. It seemed supernatural in a way. I couldn't believe what my eyes were telling me. And ever since then, I've wanted to figure out what this thing is and how to stop it from hurting more civilians.
Very admirable of you, officer. Or detective, I should say.
Detective.
Anybody else going to chime in?
I just kind of give a little side eye to the detective. He just I get a little bristled by his story.
Okay.
Oh, like it's like 2 bad memories.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no offense to anybody in here, especially you, Detective Knight. I have a general distrust of law enforcement. My first encounter with the supernatural, I was 13 years old, just me and my mom. And I woke up in the middle of the night to her screaming, and when I went down there, there was a supernatural entity that was gutting her. And I I tried telling everybody, including the cops, what I had seen. No one believed me. They all thought I was crazy or had something to do with it. So I was committed to the mental ward because I would not stop talking about this creature that I had seen. I still don't even know what it was. But I was determined that when I got out of there, I was going to hunt. I was going to hunt it down. I didn't know anything about the supernatural, other than people in the insane asylum trying to conjure things, and I have no patience for that. Once I knew the supernatural existed, we don't need to conjure it because if you look for it, it'll find you. Got out at 18, took my mom's life insurance, bought a cabin in the woods, bought my truck. Everyone in town still thinks I had something to do with it. They look at me as I'm still crazy, and it was almost 15 years ago. So
I'm
I've been
truly
hunting
sorry that your childhood was snatched away like that.
made me who I am. I'm okay with it. I made peace with it a long time ago. Been hunting ever since.
And we need every soldier. Then
I
I
don't
look
know about
over
the
at
That
Red.
whole.
that we do. That we do.
Yeah.
I don't know about the whole God thing because I haven't seen him help me all that much, but I do respect that you believe in him. So when you want to pray, who knows? Maybe if I pray with you, he'll help me too.
God's presence can sometimes be elusive, but know that He is always there. And if you should die in battle, then you will be embraced in heaven.
So that's my story. That's it. That's where I'm at now.
Well, mine starts off. I was in my college years and doing some summer traveling in Europe, and I've always been interested in antiquities and anthropology and history. And in Eastern Europe, traveling through a remote mountainous area, and met a couple other travelers, and kind of doing some of that backpacking sort of thing, and we're staying in a shelter along the trail, and I don't know what it was exactly, but something uh, came in the night, and one of my companions just got up out of from sleeping and kind of just wandered out. I heard we were hearing a weird kind of not singing, but it kind of felt like a compulsion, and I don't know why I forced myself to stay in the shelter, but she left, and we didn't know what was going on, and then it was kind of like we passed out or something happened. We lost time, and morning came, and we didn't find our companion, and we didn't really know each other very well, but we went looking, and we found her bloodless corpse in the woods, and ever since then, I started trying to study what this was, and so instead of going back to college, I spent a few years in various parts of the world, gathering lore and knowledge, and trying to figure out ways to combat this kind of whatever it was, and trying to figure out how I got lucky enough to survive the situation. And ever since then, it's become a calling. Never did finish my degree, and now I just want to help people not fall victim to these creatures and these things that go bump in the night.
God was truly on your side that night.
Man, that's rough.
It had to be something, because like I said, I've never been able to figure out why I wasn't the one who walked out into the dark and lost my life.
I think that your purpose has been revealed, that you are a soldier of God.
Well, I've come across quite a plethora of esoteric, useful lore and knowledge and skills that will definitely help, at least in in the field like exorcism, and studying the occult and rituals, and just trying to find ways and methods to protect against these things until they can be destroyed.
So you also study the art of exorcism.
Yes, I have.
Oh,
I have
good.
participated in a few, quite a scary thing at times. Definitely not for the light of heart or squeamish.
Excellent. Doing an exorcism by oneself is a very dangerous proposition. It's
Oh, I
always
would.
good to have. It's always good to try to fight these demonic possessions in a team.
Oh, I would have to agree. There's definitely glad to know there are more other people out there that we need to band together because one of these entities, creatures, can overwhelm a single person quite easily without luck and preparation on our side. So
Exactly.
the more the merrier, so to speak.
Seems as there's more to this story than I originally anticipated. Why have I never heard of these things before?
I believe that no one wants to know. I'd hate to think it was a greater conspiracy of entities, to remain hidden and that sort of thing, an organized sort of situation. But that's a possibility as well.
It's also deniability. Think about it. An average person, if they embrace the idea that there are evil supernatural entities out there looking to enslave and destroy humanity, that means they would have to do something about it. But if you simply ignore the problem, then you can go on about your blissful life. It's a defense mechanism.
It seems kind of corny. I really didn't understand it. I've seen this movies before. Vince, out of character, do like werewolf movies, vampire movies, ghost movies exist?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'm back in character. I've seen the movies. I've read the books. It sounds like a whole fairy tale
Well, we're
until I
living
saw
a
it with my
fairy
own
tale
eyes.
then. Hopefully, the tale will have a happy ending, but most hunters do not die peacefully in bed.
I fear that it will be more like the original Grimm's fairy tale.
Precisely.
But if we can
So,
die and serve in protecting the rest of humanity, I am quite
Have
okay
you
with that.
have you dealt with more than just these exorcisms and what is that's drained your friend of blood?
I've seen a few things and encountered some things I don't know how to describe. It's I don't really know how to explain some of it. I did keep a journal. Uh, Perhaps we can uh, share that information. I'd be happy to let anyone read what I've written about my encounters. If it would help them in a similar situation,
What
or help
other
us as a group.
what other encounters have you had besides the first one?
Uh, Done a few exorcisms, encountered some haunting entities.
Like ghosts and whatnot?
I'm not sure if they were. I would assume they were ghosts, but I'm not sure if they're actually. I don't believe they're actually spirits of dead people. I believe they are some kind of entity that uh, mimics a lost loved one or friend. I've read a lot. I have a collection of books of lore that I have here with me. Like I said about esoteric type knowledge, I have gotten a lot of knowledge of various rituals, protective rituals, knowledge of those horrible people that try to summon such entities and the methods that
Mhm.
they use, and just a general knowledge of occult things and knowledge of cults and that sort of thing. I've come across people that try to worship or in a way, and it's all definitely bad news, and it's not. It's just been very disturbing and more investigative in nature than actual uh, physical confrontation.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
can't imagine how I would have felt uh, had I seen or closely encountered such a creature as you described.
it was horrible. The thing smelled like urine and trash. You'd think such a creature would be commonly seen how tall and just ginormous this thing was. It like I said, it reminded me. And now I lived all my life in the city, but I've never seen a wolf. I've seen them on TV. And this just it was like a dark wolf. I just never seen such a thing in my life. And if this case goes unresolved, I will have to figure out what this thing is. No body, no case. So here I am.
Well, perhaps at some point we can pick up where your investigative team left off and put an end to to the mystery and to the creature.
I feel like I'm just missing something, and now I got to figure out what it is.
Well, it would seem that we are on the right path to finding more knowledge and more practical application of knowledge.
Have you ever heard of such things before, besides like in the movies and such?
I have read about such things. It's every culture and old culture in the world has shapeshifter, werewolves. There's many cultures that have vampires, ghosts, and that sort of thing. And witchcraft is out there. People,
Witchcraft.
People trying to make contact with the spirit world and entities and performing
talking about, like-
rituals.
You're talking about the witches, like what off the like the TV shows where they have have those girls and they say some funny stuff.
More like people just trying to summon spirits or make deals with spirits or sort of. I wouldn't even say. I'm not sure what they're trying to do, but that's where we get the stories of people trying to sell their souls to the devil. That kind of thing for
Looney Bin was full of people like that, trying to summon spirits and ghosts and demons and trying to see if they can get possessed because they're ignorant to the supernatural and they thought it was something cool to do.
People
They
who
just don't
treat
know.
people who treat Ouija boards like they're toys.
Yes.
yes, absolutely.
They just don't know what they're getting into. I have no patience for people like that.
So you're all driving,
Well,
and
they
you
will
do
be
see
either set or
the.
right, or they will burn in hell.
While driving, you see the Pine Hollow sign in the distance, meaning your drive is coming to an end shortly.
No, let's go
Oh.
back and Let's go back town. We have more to discuss.
Yeah, more to discuss. Welcome to the discussion podcast. I'm not gonna
Shopping
ruin-
episode.
I'm not gonna
I
ruin
pull
it.
up my revised English version of the Bible and
Okay.
begin to read.
You start reading.
Mhm.
So
Reading the Bible.
as soon as you pass the sign for Piney Hollows and Pastor, I keep saying thinking Pastor Rob, but Pastor Luke. Pastor Luke is pulls out his Bible and are you reading out loud or are you just kind of reading to yourself?
No, I'm reading to myself.
All right.
I don't want to bother people unless they want me to read some passages.
Anyway, yes, Rob, please get out the Bible and read some passages for us.
I certainly will.
No.
Okay.
The radio starts going to static and the truck starts losing power, you notice, Jules. So go ahead and give me, take your agility dice. Do you have, I'm looking at your character sheet. I don't think you have drive, so.
I don't think anybody has drive.
No, I think somebody has drive.
Not the person that's driving.
Not the person that's driving.
The one that counts.
So, Jules, take your agility dice, which is, I think, 2D.
3.
3. Make one of them the wild die. And roll the 3 of them. And,
Go ahead and roll them.
yeah. And tell me what
The
you
wild die is a 2, but I got a total of 6.
That's fine. So you got a total of 6. So you are able to maintain the truck enough that it goes off to the side of the road, but no damage or anything. You don't hit anything, but you just kind of slowly roll the truck off to the side of the road. And then you try to give it a turn, and it gives the whole not even turning over.
Well, it looks like we're walking from here, guys. I don't know what just happened.
Did the battery just drain?
It just died. I have no juice. Nothing.
It just drained after we passed the sign.
Yeah,
Shortly after, yeah.
just as soon as you pass the sign and everything, and Rob was reading
I'm
his
gonna
Bible.
check my cell phone, see if it's lost charge or.
Your cell phone works fine.
What would happen
Mm-hmm.
if we pushed the truck past the sign going the other way?
We can give it a shot, push it back.
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah, if you guys want to, I'll steer.
All right.
All right, so you put the truck in neutral and you push it backwards, probably, I don't know, a sixth of a mile. And, okay, so you're behind the sign, well, in front of the sign now, the other way.
I go to turn the truck over.
Still same thing.
Faulty battery then. Nothing
It
supernatural.
is not a faulty battery. I had this battery put in like 3 months ago. Never had a problem with this truck. I maintain this truck. Something happened when we crossed that sign.
Well, let's open the hood and take a look.
I will pop the hood.
Okay. Anybody got mechanics?
Nope.
I do.
No, I do not.
I do.
Okay. So you pop
But
the hood and you take a look, and you see that nothing looks unusual. Nothing looks broken. Everything is connected where it should be.
I reach around, check that all my cables and connections are nice and tight, and everything looks good. I don't understand.
How far does the sign say we are from Pine Hollow?
It's one of those welcome to Pine Hollow, population 375.
Oh, so
We're
we're right
actually
at
in
the edge of
yeah.
town. Okay.
Yeah. Like you can't see the town, but you're at the edge of town. Yeah.
What time of year is this?
Let's call it spring.
And what's the landscape? A lot of trees.
Yeah, there's a lot of trees, a lot of pine trees and stuff like that.
Upstate New York.
Yeah, upstate New
Yeah.
York.
Well, we all need a little fresh air anyway.
Grab my pack, and I'm sorry we have to leave your truck by the side of the road. But if we walk into town, maybe we can get a tow or something.
Everybody,
I grab everything out and put it all in my backpack, jacket, gun, knife, everything.
Since it's so quiet at the moment, you all can hear a car heading your way, and you see lights, like daytime running lights in the distance.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Which way is it coming from?
It's coming
From or
from
to
the
the town?
town, from the town
Okay.
towards you. And
Okay, so they're leaving town.
yeah, they're leaving town. As it's getting closer, you could see it's one of those 90s cop cars, with the sheriff badge on the side and has the little 2 siren
Oh,
lights.
The old Crown Vics.
Yeah. And it's got the 2 little light bulbs on the top before they had the light bars.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I think this is a stop that you detectives should handle. Badge to badge and all.
Well, I have to wait till they get close, then yeah, I can ask them some questions.
Yeah, you see the sheriff pulls up right in front of your truck, gets out, adjusts his pants. you see,
for tea.
yeah, you see he's about, I want to say about mid-60s. He's got a real thin pencil-like mustache. He's got this like scowl on his face with a pair of sunglasses on. He's got that police cap on, the old style one. His uniform is gray. It says Piney Hollow. It says Piney Hollow. Yes, it says Pine Hollow Police Department. And he's a sheriff. And he comes up. He goes, "What seems to be the problem here?"
Hey, Sheriff. Yeah, we're coming in from out of town, and for some reason the car just died.
I see.
You ever have it? Ever have that happen? Have you ever had that happen before?
No, I
No.
don't think I've had that happen. I don't reckon anything like that happening, son.
Strange how it just happened to our car. We checked it. Looked like the engine was good. You have any tow truck in town that we could use their services?
Yep, I can give you. I can call you a tow truck if you want. It'll cost you, but we can get you one.
What's your
Okay,
character's
thank
name?
you.
Jules?
Nymeria.
He points to Nymeria. You want your car to be towed
Go ahead.
back to town? Any address you want to send to that address he was sending us to?
Like
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Buster's address.
You write it down for him or just tell him.
Just tell me.
Okay.
Yeah, just tell.
He's like, "Oh, all right, you're going to Buster's house, huh? All right." He gets on the radio. He's like, "Yeah." He goes, "Smithy, would you get a tow truck out here to Route 7 by the sign? We got a couple stranded lost deer out here." And you hear the guy go back, "Yeah, I'll be out in about 10 minutes."
Appreciate it very much, Sheriff.
Yeah. You see, spits, gets back in his car, and he drives off.
Well, at least we got a tow truck coming. We don't have to walk all the way to town.
And then he's gone. Very much gone.
He disappears. Like
Yeah,
a ghost.
He just fades away.
Like a
And I
dream.
wanted to have a deep conversation with him.
Uh-huh.
Oh well.
About 15 minutes later, you see like an old tow truck pop up, and you see
Mhm.
someone driving. The person brings the truck next to you. He goes, "You all looking for the tow?" And you see, pulls his hat off, and it's a woman, probably in her late 40s, full of grease and stuff like that. She's definitely a mechanic.
Yes, ma'am. This nice person here needs a tow to the address wherever we give.
You need a tow to
Buster's.
insert address here.
To the Buster residence.
Oh, you all going to see Buster? All right. She backs the tow truck up and then, attaches it. And she says, well, I'm going to need some of y'all to ride in the truck with me and the rest of y'all can stay in the pickup. obviously,
I'll be happy to ride in the truck with you, ma'am.
she takes a look at you up and down. She's like, "All right, fine with me. Anybody else
I'll
gonna
stay
join?
in the truck.
You stay with your truck. Yeah, I figured you. Anybody else?"
I mean, I'll go inside the truck too, inside the tow truck.
She looks you up and down. She says, "Nah, I want the silver fox to drive with me."
Well, thank you.
I want the
darling.
model to go with me.
I would be happy to do a ride along in a tow truck.
All right.
Wow, chicken, wow, wow.
Well, I mean, that's gonna be. Never mind.
We've been here for 20 minutes. Why haven't we left yet?
Well,
The tow
I,
truck seems to be swinging back and forth. What the heck is going on in there?
hold your horses there. Hold your horses. I mean, I need to, So she brings you into
So,
town.
ma'am, what's your name, ma'am?
My name is Smitty.
Smitty.
Yep. They all call me Smitty. Samantha.
Would that be Miss or Mrs. Smitty?
It's just Ms.
Miss Smitty.
Ms.
There you go.
She's saying it that way on purpose.
There you go. I say, if you don't mind me asking, Miss Smitty, do you have a religious preference?
She says, "No, I don't practice none of that God stuff."
Oh, it's no judgment, of course. But just in case, and I pull out a little pamphlet to the Unitarian Church.
She's like, "Oh, thanks." She puts her gum in it and she squashes it up. That's mighty nice of you, Pastor.
Well, I just want to tell you that the Unitarian Church is a very open-minded church, and I think that
She
for
scowls
people
at you.
that-
What do you mean by that? Open-minded. What are you
in
trying
other
to say?
words, in other words, we embrace many different types of people, ideologies. Our main concern is simply the worship of God, but how you interpret God is up to you.
Okay, well, you can go ride in the pickup truck. Bring the other guy up here, the detective guy.
I'm sorry to offend you, ma'am.
Get out.
Why does this,
I'll get out. I'm not gonna,
why does it smell like shame and Astroglide in here? What the hell?
What
Shit.
happened? Why is he getting out of the tow truck? What did he do?
idea.
She's not receptive to the word of God, unfortunately, but that's okay.
Mm.
The Unitarian Church does not condemn people of no faith. We judge people by their actions, not by what they claim to believe.
So you guys take the ride into town. It's not a very big town. You pass a bunch of houses, and then you get into the main part of town. Think of like an old town from the 60s or 50s. I mean, just kind of a town square.
What was her name again?
Smitty.
Smitty.
Miss Smitty.
Ms. Smitty.
Ms.
Ms. Smitty.
I remember that being a thing in the 90s too, where the Ms thing was getting to be a popular.
Yeah, it
And-
was
and I- and
Miss,
I'm gonna tell
Ms, and
you-
Miss.
There you go. And I'm gonna tell you, she's never gonna get a husband with that attitude.
I don't think she
That's all
wants a
I'm
husband.
saying.
Ooh.
I don't think she wants a
So-
husband, dude.
Miss Smitty, could you tell me about this town?
Oh, this is an old town, dating back to I don't know, right after the Revolutionary War, probably one of the first towns established up here in New York.
Wow, that's incredible. I didn't even see an established date back on the sign. I just saw a population sign.
Oh
So,
yeah, we don't like to brag or nothing like that, but I mean,
such a historic place. It's amazing to be here in Upper New York.
well, it happens.
Is your family
And-
from this area, or are you just a more recent newcomer to this town?
Oh, my pa moved us here many, many years ago, and then God rest his soul, he passed away.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's why I don't much care for no religion, because the big man took my husband, sorry, my father away.
You got some Alabama action going on here.
Jeez.
Well, between you, we've only met two people so far. Between you and the sheriff, you both seem to know this gentleman, Buster. Can you tell me a little bit about him?
Buster's one of them crazy people who believe in the supernatural, things that go bump in the night, all that bullshit that nobody believes.
And does he do eccentric things like pamphlets and go out with a sign or anything?
No, he's not like that crazy, but every once in a while he'll be like, if something happens, he's like, "Oh, it's a ghost" or some shit.
So he believes in the supernatural then.
Yeah, he believes in that bullshit. All right,
And how long have-
we're coming up on Buster's house right now. You want me to park the truck here?
if you could just park it right next to his parking, his driveway.
Absolutely. Were you gonna ask something else?
Oh, I was just gonna ask, how long you been in town? You said since you were a little girl. How long ago was that?
Oh, you're basically asking her age at this point.
Well, I mean, seeing if how long she's known Buster. That was gonna be the next question after that.
Oh, I've been here since I'm a little girl, and I'm reaching, my late 50s now at this point.
Okay. And how long have you known Buster for?
Oh, Buster, probably a good 20 years he's been here.
And
He comes and goes quite a bit. Not lately these days, because something happened to him. He's limping around using a cane, and he says some wolf bit his leg or something like that. I don't know.
Wolf, huh?
Uh-huh. Well, I'm
And-
sorry. He says werewolf. I don't believe in that
Werewolf.
crap.
Just like the movies, right?
Movie? What movie?
The cinema. Do you guys have a cinema here?
What movie are you referencing is what she's asking.
Oh, just like the werewolf genre movies.
Oh, I don't like them horror movies.
She was asking, what are movies?
Yeah, what are movies?
You mean the moving pictures?
Yeah. Them fangled moving things? Ah, man.
I go up to Miss Smitty and I say, I would be remiss if I did not try one more time. I give her another pamphlet and I say, and now, before you, I do have silver tongue, right?
Go on.
And I say, if you ever need to talk about something, I am trained in counseling and things of that nature. We don't have to be, it doesn't have to be religious. You might just need a friendly ear. If you ever need, or if you need help while we're in town, if you come across anything strange or unusual, give me a call.
So
And I hand her another pamphlet with my cell phone on, with my cell number.
she looks at it and she nods. That's all she does.
Is that's some of that newfangled mobile phones?
She knows what a cell phone is. Shut up.
Yeah, it's called a flip phone.
Well,
Aren't you classy?
yeah.
It's newfangled, all right. Look at this. It has little hinge and everything. You just flip it up and down, up and down.
I know what a cell phone is, son.
No. I was talking to
No, but seriously, look at it has a camera on it now too.
I reckon I should get one of them things soon. I'm actually all I have is a beeper.
All I got is the can on the wire.
I got this good beeper right here. Beep me again. Bzzz. Oh yeah, she likes that. But don't forget, this is still the age of beepers. So
Yes, she's a crack dealer.
hey, you had a beeper too.
I
you
go
know
ahead
it.
and get out of the truck.
We're still going. Why are you jumping out the truck?
No, she parked the truck.
She already parked the truck. He said park it right there by his big rig, and she did.
She gets in her truck and takes off.
You guys are weirdos. Bye.
She didn't say anything else. Just, she nodded at Pastor Luke and she got in her truck and left.
She didn't even ask for money.
Nope, she did not.
We'll Venmo her.
I don't think that
Venmo don't
existed.
exist yet.
Oh, I'll log on to my LimeWire account. See if all those movies I've downloaded are still going.
It says 4 days.
Ah, damn.
I'll sign into Napster.
Now, all of a sudden, Lars Ulrich shows up at your house and starts screaming at you.
I'm going to sue you.
All right, so you're right in front of Buster's house. It's about
All right.
7 o'clock now because of all the delay and stuff.
Were we ever
Are we-
given Buster's phone number?
No.
I was just going to ask that.
No.
Were we giving the other guy's phone number?
Elias? Yeah, you have Elias's number, yeah.
I'm gonna go knock on his door.
Well,
Yeah,
hold
we
on.
have to
Before you
assume
knock,
that Elias told him that we were coming.
I want to let you guys know. Apparently, this guy's leg has been bitten by a werewolf. If we go by the stories in the movies, he may be a werewolf. If there's a full moon out tonight, which I don't know if there is or not, damn.
You look up and there is not a full moon. Actually, you don't see any
Okay.
moon because there's clouds.
All right. So as long as he doesn't see a full moon, I think we'll be fine.
I do have some silver bullets. Should we need?
Let's try not to shoot the man before we actually know what the.
Well.
Well, I
Of
think
course,
we
of
already have
course.
Jules knocking on the door right now. So
Yeah. Let's. Okay.
you see the curtain pop open, and you see it's a Asian looking man, probably late 60s, he opens the door, and he's just like, yeah. He's looking at everybody like, whoa, it's like a lot of people at his door.
You were expecting us from Elias?
Good evening, sir.
It's like, good evening.
Blah, blah, blah.
Not, I did not say it like that.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. He's like, oh, you're Elias's crew. Yeah. Come on in.
All right, we shuffle in.
You see, it's a nice looking house. There's a lot of cluttered paperwork everywhere, newspaper clippings, magazines all over the place. It's a nice house, just very cluttered. And you see like maps on the wall, circles and X's and things like that. Like he really was into stuff.
Kind of stuff.
Like he was tracking things.
Okay.
I see a leather mask, a cattle prod.
No, you
what
do
other
not.
things? A gimp suit. What the hell?
Does he have any like religious, like anything Bible?
He has a cross on the wall. Just a normal cross, not anything special, made of wood.
Is there? You said like he's tracking stuff. Like, is there like a pin board up with like string attached?
There's not string attached to it, but there's pins on a map on the wall.
I
Do
looked
they
through the
appear to
pins.
be like color coded or?
Jeff, you'd recognize it like if the police were tracking a criminal and all the crimes that are taking place. You'd recognize it as something like that.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Is there any coding or any way to tell what each pin means?
No, they're just pins. You assume that he was just marking locations for something.
Interesting. Does this guy have a library or a shelf full of books?
He does have you see a bookshelf full of books. Yep.
All right. I'll take a look and see what I find.
I'm gonna step forward and I say, Mr. Buster, or may I just call you Buster?
Buster's fine.
So, as you know, we were sent by Elias to assist in the current situation. We were not told what the current situation is, though. Maybe start with that.
Absolutely. Have a seat, and I'll grab some coffee and some drinks. Anybody want something? A snack?
I'll take a cup of tea if you don't mind.
Absolutely. How about some cookies? No, I'm kidding.
No, if you got cookies, I'll take cookies.
Oh, he's got cookies. It's fine.
Buster Stephen
But no, Buster Steve.
of the bakers
No.
making cookies.
Buster Rhymes of the New York Rhymes.
I was about to say Buster Rhymes.
Yeah. Shh. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about the movie I'm gonna make in a few years, the Halloween movie. Shh. That nobody liked. But yeah, he has you take a seat, and there's really not a lot of spaces to sit. So I mean, because there's like crap everywhere. You could tell this guy is a little nuts, so to speak. But
Reclusive and eccentric is the term. So.
yeah. Wait, you talking to me in character to the GM like that?
Oh wait, sorry. Damn it.
Yeah, he's
So
just
I noticed the pastor starts talking to him, or the Mr. Van Helsing starts talking to himself.
Yeah. Mr. Van Helsing is talking to himself.
Von Helsing,
Helsing. Yes, Von Helsing.
Van Halen was his name. That was his name.
Mr. Van Halen.
Jeff, the books on the shelf that you see are like, I want to say, you see the Book of Madness. You see a bunch of H.P. Lovecraft books. You see The Werewolf of London. You see Nosferatu. You see Tome of Desires. And just like weird name books like that. Like old books. And the writing on the books are like silver inlay. Some of them are gold. It's
The
not
Necronomicon.
yeah, Necronomicon made of flesh and blood. The books don't look like normal books to you. Like you'd see a book and you'd look at it and that's a modern day book. These books look really old, maybe like 17th century books.
He's going to take out a book about werewolves and start kind of looking through it.
So when you grab the book, it feels very soft and loose, as if it's gonna fall apart.
I take it very carefully.
Okay. So what are you looking for exactly?
I'm just looking through it, seeing if I could see something I would be familiar with.
Oh yeah, you see various drawings and designs. There's some pictures of werewolves in there. It's actually kind of disturbing the way they look and the way it's written. So go ahead and give me take your charm and roll your charm. I don't think you have courage, do you?
No.
Okay. And then tell me what you get.
Let's see. I got I got a 7 with 4 on the wild.
Okay. You only got to tell me if the wild is a 1 or a 6 going forward.
Okay.
That's all I need to really know. Just add it up otherwise. All right, yeah, so you got a 7. You're a little bit disturbed by the book. Like, you could feel your stomach turn a little bit. Like, you start remembering the first time you saw an incident when you were, just becoming a detective. It reminds you of that. You kind of, I want to say you kind of get triggered in a way.
All right. He carefully closes the book and puts it back away.
It's fine.
That's disturbing.
Yeah, like, it was good information that you saw in there, but you were just like, nope, not right now. Not for me. But
he does take a pen and paper and kind of write down the name of the book, though.
okay, Werewolf of London, you write down?
Sure.
Okay.
Do any of these books look similar to some of the books I have with me, the books I've collected over the...
They are the same style of books, yes. They more so would be considered tomes than books, if that gives you a better idea.
Yeah.
What, so the average person would be like, yeah, they're just some old books. You would be like, these are tomes of knowledge.
Are they like the old, more handwritten kind of type, or...
It's that in between phase when it's kind of handwritten, but it's not. Some of them are printed.
Okay.
Some of them kind of look handwritten. But Elias comes back into the room with his tea and his cookies and his coffee and his drinks, and that's a good stopping point for right now. So we'll get into the rest of this later on.